Man, when I seen Mike with these boots on, bro, Mike said, hold up, you haven't seen these yet? What's going on, guys? It's your boy, Key the City. Back with another video, back with another banger. Yes. Now, I know it's probably been a minute since y'all seen the cowboy hat. All right, if you don't know, this is not a real fancy cowboy hat. It's a 3X hat by Justin. Be honest with you, as far as like a reasonable cowboy hat, this is one of the ones I really just like. Now, Ariat makes one, but it's not as soft as this Justin hat. So, hey, I've been rocking this hat for about, what, a year or two? Good 2 years, probably. Hey, it be holding it straight real good. I go outside, it don't come off. I don't care if the wind's blowing, it does not come off. But anyway, enough talking about this. Today, I want to talk about these pair of boots. Now, I know there's been a lot of Jordans that your boy, I have been copping. And there's been a lot of Jordan, like my girl been staying on me. She's like, babe, you know you got your, hold up. All right, guys, so you know, there's been a lot of J's your boy been copping lately. And there's a lot of Jordans I haven't been copping. Like earlier, I lost on the shadow backboards. Go figure. Now, look, so, you know, I've been telling y'all, I've been passing, because it's been a pair of boots that I had on order. And then, you know, my boy, I don't know, Mike, I know, I just see it, but yeah, there's a pair of boots that he had designed, and he called these the Butters. So it was my first ever time seeing an Andersen Beam full quill suede ostrich boot, swear toe, of course. You know, it's one of the ones I really like, swear toes. Andersen Beam boots. Now, you're probably wondering why this boot in an all-white box. If you wear a 13, anything over a 13, your boot come in a white box. I guess, you know, hey, it's a rare side, I guess, I don't know. So, you know, more people gonna wear a 13 and under versus over a 13. But yes, a lot of people that wear boots wear double E and all that. But look, basically this boot right here, I took the price tag off. If you know why, I told you. These boots are currently in his store. You know, I don't want to be like, you know, prices kind of fluctuate with tariffs and all that. But look, this is our Andersen Beam boot, size 14D. All right, so this boot, I've been waiting on it for a minute, you know. I've been waiting on it. Shoot, Andersen Beam, man, you can get an Andersen Beam boot. It used to be like an 8-month wait if it's a custom boot, or if it's a regular boot, it used to be an 8-month wait. Bro, I have 2 pairs, and one of those pairs were coming up on a year in October, and they haven't even started making it. So, you know, it's gonna be give yourself at least a 12 to 14 month. So wait on it. But these are custom, and the vamp, it says Brandy Suede full quill ostrich, and the top is white glove. All right, so we're gonna get right to these. So you pop the box open, you always see this right here. The Andersen Beam, over 100 years of experience. Now that, when he said over 100 years of experience, that doesn't mean that the company has been in business 100 years. It means it has over 100 years of experience. Think about one person. You don't really live to see 100. So it's generations and generations been passed down with the quality and the techniques to do these boots. And they always say, there's no cowboys in China. Hey, that's their slogan, not mine. Because, you know, I just made a review on a pair of boots my parents bought me. All right, so here we go. We get right into these bad boys. You know, this is how they come wrapped. Bro, suede ostrich. If you don't know, my favorite skin is ostrich, bro. Look at that suede, bro. Look at that suede. No rough out. It's like a suede rough out, but it's a suede though. You know, suede and a rough out is 2 different types of materials. So you'll hear people from time to time be like, yo, that's a suede rough out. No, it's a different process. You know, this is when they split the leather down, you get the fibers and all that. All right, so when you do rough out, it's just you reversing the leather. You know, that's what it is. So yeah, boom. So these right here, man, Mike, he nicknamed these Butters, and these are makeup. So anything that come into Mike's store that's Andersen Beam, it's generally some, they made it. Him and, you know, Miss Kelly, they made it. They made their ideas, they collabed, and they went on and they did what they had to do, you know, Andersen Beam. So I shout out to Andersen Beam. You know, it is American made. For you all out there to be like, yo, if it's not American made, I don't want it. So these are made in Mercedes, Texas. So reels of Mercedes, it's like reels of Mercedes. Andersen Beam's under that umbrella, Horsepower's under that umbrella, and other brands are under that umbrella. So, you know, you got a lot going on. It's a lot in them. All 3 of them, and all those boots are coming out good. They let you know over 100 years of experience really means something. But enough talking about that. All right, so Mike, I seen those on the shelf. I was like, that's a suede ostrich. He's like, You haven't seen those? Oh, come on, you gotta see these. And you know, Mike, he the type of person, I gotta give him credit. He don't really push a boot on to me, like try to make a sale.
Can't pay the $5. I ain't paying it.
Well, I wish he really generally try to help you with it. So boom, I seen these. He like, you gotta at least try it on. I think we got your size. So he poured it. I never forget. He poured it. The box broke. I was like, oh man, you know, I'm a sneakerhead too. So, you know, I hate when the box get broke. All right, so he poured it. I'm like, God. And my girl was with me. She was like, try it on. I was like, I don't want to try it on. I had my gray boys on, so my gray ostrich skin boots. And I'll put a picture of those up here. Boom. So I was like, man, I don't really want to try them on because I know if I try them on, I'm gonna have to bomb, you know. So shout out to Mike though on it though. He was like, try them on. Shoot, I tried them on. He called these boots butter. Butter. Now he said these are butter, not butter, butter. I like, why you call it butter, Mr. Mike? He was like, because you ever left butter out and you had a flapjack and you just put it on that pancake and it just covers the pancake. I like, yeah. I said, so you trying to tell me these right here just gonna form in my foot real good? He said, no, it's a different feeling. Because you know, ostrich skin, it kind of molds to your foot anyway. But these suede boys, it's literally like you got a sock on your foot, bro. I'm not lying. But Andersen Beam, I give Andersen Beam credit on that because that's what they known for. But yeah, and hold on one second. You know, every Andersen Beam boot is inspected by one person. Like it's like multiple people that inspect it, but they always have their name written on it. So right here, boom. Where's it at? Right there, boom. Now these boots, you know, Andersen Beam boots are gonna run all kind of different prices, right? Look at the thumbnail out the way. Shout out to Mike though. He really did design a good boot. And actually, if you want this next pair, he got another pair. I can't think of the color. It's like a little bit lighter than these, and it's another suede, rough out suede ostrich skin boot, bro. So you know, you get into it. Go ahead and break this junk down for you. Look. Bro, that is soft already. So I got a business meeting coming up. And you know, I didn't know that the business meeting was gonna come. You never know how a business is gonna come. But I was up in there. I was like, man, my dad asked me to go look for him a pair of Cayman boots, which he finally got them now. And I just wouldn't have been there because Mike told me, don't be in no rush. You know, I always buy a lot of boots. If you don't know, he was like, don't be in a rush. I got you. Take your time on it. And he didn't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? He don't have to do nothing like that. So I think 2 weeks went by. 2, maybe 3 weeks went by. I was like, bro, what I'm waiting on? I'm gonna get my boots, bro. All I gotta do is pass up on 2 Jordans, or 2 or 3 pair of Jordans or whatever, and I can go get my boots. Like, what I'm tripping about? Go get that. But look at the sole though, bro. One thing about this hybrid sole, like, bro, for one, it's gonna last you longer. For 2, you're gonna catch traction right off rip. Because if you just got a leather sole, it's cool. You know, you gotta rough it up on the concrete. But I'm telling you, it was raining yesterday and I had another pair of boots on. When I told you I got to slide like I was on skates, bro, I was sliding and praying for my life. But with these right here, you don't have to worry about that. And plus, with these Andersen Beam boots, bro, a really zero break-in period, bro. It's a zero break-in period. You can't really say too much about it at all. Now this boot right here, it's a famous Andersen Beam comfort sole in here. But I'm not joking. These soles are mad comfortable, bro. They're mad comfortable. The boot is comfortable. You really don't even need the sole, but then you do got a leather footbed up in there. So it put me in mind of like a traditional. It's a traditional made boot. Like it put me in mind of Hondos. I don't mean to throw no shot, bro, but it's just what I like. I'm not holding you. It's just what I like, bro. Hondos, they're good. They're real good. I ain't got no shot on Hondo. But man, I just like Andersen Beam a little bit better. And I got the Hondos. You know, Hondos been around for since 1965 or 69, something like that. Let me see, I put that back up in there. But yeah, man, these right here are real comfortable. I can't get in. I get in there later. But look, yeah, I like these. Now I was a little, man, look at that, bro. Look at that. Look at that, man. Look at that. Come on. You know that thing gonna be comfortable, bro. Now, if you already know, it got the same heel on it too. I forgot all about the heel. Now this is bonded leather, bro, to make a heel. It's not stacked leather. But all in all, you know, these boots do hold up pretty well because like I said, you got the lemon wood pegs. Look, sum it all up. If you don't know about Andersen bean, they don't sell them in every store. It's a lot of boot stores you're gonna go to, you're not gonna see Andersen bean. So it's really like, it's like mom and pop stores are gonna have it, and like certain retailers are gonna have it. So really, in Reels or Mercedes, bro, you really just gotta type it in, and they're gonna give you like a map. You're gonna have to type your address in or your zip code in, and it's gonna show you dealers that actually sell this this boot. I almost said sneakers. I'm sorry, but yeah, these it right here, bro. The color. Now, one thing I wish I had got though, but you know this is what come with it. You see how the back of this one is? I wish this one was just like it too, but you really can't tell that bad on camera. It's not a big deal. You know, it just what comes with it though. It just give the way I look at it, it just gives my boot a little more character. So it's cool though. I've never seen this before in my life. When I saw them, like I had to get them. Genuine ostrich skin. I don't even think Andersen bean do print. Maybe horsepower does prints, but I don't think Andersen bean does prints at all. And bro, I'm gonna tell you something. Mine got some serious heat in that store, bro. I kid you not. He got makeups. You like, bro. It's just wild, like, bro. How do y'all even think of that, bro? Like, I would have never thought about this. Like, they got better styles than Jordan have on his shoes, bro.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Y'all just like, I think that's the one company, like, as far as Andersen bean, if you can get that connection with Andersen bean, you really doing something. You know what I'm saying? You really doing something. Because, like, everybody can't get the connection. And he just toured the factory, too, bro. So, hey, Mike named this boot Butter. He designed this boot. He named it Butter. The guy who made the boot called it the Freebird. He named it Freebird. So, me personally, might as well I'm gonna call it Butter. But these are the Freebirds, AKA the Butters. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy to have them. I just want to bring that to you all, bro. If you can get a pair of Andersen bean boots, I do recommend you get them. They not, don't get it wrong, they kind of do get a little pricey. They not cheap, but you know, hey, if you buy Jordans all the time, you know, you gotta know where to put your money at anyway, regardless. Like, you want J's, get J's. You want a pair of boots, you know, step off the J's for a minute, get you a fresh pair of boots. And yeah, man, hey, I'm happy to say I'm the second person on social media with these boots. So, hey, Mike got them first, and I got them second. They rock out, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all once again. It's your boy, Key the City. Like I always say, help me, help you, help me. Remember, always be a leader, never be a follower. So go to Andersen bean route. Who you know got these? Hey, and we out.